Welcome back to our channel. We hope you'll find valuable content here. If you enjoy our channel, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Let's dive in. Imagine a family that earns most of its income from a single source, say, a mango farm. If something happens to that farm or if people stop buying mangoes, the family would be in trouble. Similarly, Saudi Arabia has been heavily reliant on oil for its income. But what if there was another way? What if football could be the answer? In the vast desert landscapes of Saudi Arabia, beneath the golden sands and towering dunes, lies a treasure that has shaped the destiny of the nation for decades: oil. This black gold has been the lifeblood of the Saudi economy, bringing prosperity and wealth. But as the world changes, relying solely on oil is like putting all your eggs in one basket. And that's a risky strategy for any nation. Imagine a quaint town where everyone loves mangoes. The town's economy thrives on mango farming, and life is good. But what if, one day, the world around this town starts loving apples more than mangoes? Or what if the mango trees start bearing fewer fruits? The town would need to find new ways to sustain itself. This is the crossroads where Saudi Arabia stands today. With oil reserves depleting and the global shift towards cleaner energy, the nation is searching for new avenues to ensure its economic stability. Enter football. The beautiful game, loved by billions around the world, is more than just a sport. It's a culture, a passion, and, importantly, a business. In recent times, Saudi Arabia has turned its gaze towards football, not just as a pastime, but as a potential economic savior. The recent acquisition of star players like Cristiano Ronaldo and massive investments in the sport have raised eyebrows and questions. Can football be the new oil for Saudi Arabia? Can it help the nation navigate the challenging economic waters ahead? This journey we're embarking on will take us through the intricacies of Saudi Arabia's economic landscape, the challenges it faces, and the role football might play in its future. We'll delve deep, simplify the complex, and aim to understand the game beyond the game. Understanding Saudi Arabia's economic vulnerabilities. In the heart of the Middle East, Saudi Arabia stands as a beacon of economic prosperity, largely due to its vast reserves of oil. This resource has been akin to a golden river, flowing with wealth and opportunities. But as with any river, there are concerns about it drying up or the world finding other sources to quench its thirst. Imagine a fisherman in a small village. For generations, his family has relied on a single, abundant fish species in a nearby lake. The entire village loves this fish, and it's the primary source of income for the fisherman's family. But over time, the number of these fish in the lake starts to dwindle. Additionally, the villagers develop a taste for other types of fish from neighboring regions. The fisherman realizes that relying solely on this one fish species is no longer sustainable. Similarly, Saudi Arabia's economy has been heavily anchored to oil. In 2022, a staggering 80% of their export income came from oil, and 40% of their GDP was tied to petroleum products. It's like our fisherman getting 80% of his income from that one type of fish. But there are signs of change. The world is gradually moving towards renewable energy sources, reducing its dependence on oil. It's akin to the villagers preferring other fish over the traditional one. Moreover, experts predict that Saudi's oil reserves, though vast, might deplete in the next 60 years. It's a race against time. The fisherman knows that the fish in the lake won't last forever, and Saudi Arabia knows its oil won't either. This scenario presents a clear vulnerability. Just as the fisherman needs to diversify his catch to ensure his family's future, Saudi Arabia needs to explore other economic avenues beyond oil. The stakes are high, and the challenges are many. But with challenges come opportunities, and the nation is on the lookout for its next big economic venture. The Dutch disease explained. In the picturesque landscapes of the Netherlands, a discovery in the 1960s would forever change the nation's economic trajectory. Beneath its terrains, vast reserves of natural gas were found. This was a boon, a blessing that promised prosperity. But as the Dutch would soon realize, every silver lining has a cloud. Imagine a small town known for its artisanal crafts. The townspeople are skilled in making beautiful hand-woven baskets, intricate pottery, and hand-carved wooden toys. These crafts are their pride and their primary source of income. One day, a townsman discovers a gold mine in his backyard. The news spreads like wildfire, and soon everyone in the town is mining gold. The influx of gold brings sudden wealth to the town. But there's a catch. As more and more people focus on mining, fewer are producing the traditional crafts. The price of these crafts skyrockets, making them less competitive in the market. The town's once thriving craft industry starts to wane. This is the essence of the Dutch disease. When the Netherlands began exporting its newfound natural gas, it brought in a lot of foreign currency, causing the Dutch guilder, their currency at the time, to strengthen. A stronger currency made their other exports, like manufacturing goods, more expensive in the international market. As a result, these sectors suffered. Saudi Arabia's story has parallels. The nation's vast oil reserves have been its gold mine. The revenue from oil exports has strengthened the Saudi rial, making its other potential exports more expensive and less competitive. Just like the town that shifted its focus from crafts to gold mining, Saudi Arabia's economy became heavily tilted towards oil. But the lessons from the Dutch disease are clear. Relying too heavily on a single resource can have unintended consequences. Diversification is the key. Just as the townspeople would benefit from balancing gold mining with their traditional crafts, nations like Saudi Arabia need to strike a balance between oil and other sectors to ensure a stable and sustainable economic future. Human rights concerns. In the grand tapestry of nations, each country is like a unique piece of art, with its own colors, patterns, and stories. These stories are not just about economic growth or cultural heritage, they also encompass the values, ethics, and treatment of its people. For Saudi Arabia, while its economic narrative is compelling, there are threads of human rights concerns that cannot be ignored. Imagine a renowned artist, celebrated for his breathtaking paintings. Art enthusiasts from around the world flock to his exhibitions, eager to witness his masterpieces. But whispers circulate about the artist's treatment of his apprentices. Stories emerge of unfair practices, mistreatment, and even cruelty. These stories cast a shadow on the artist's reputation, making people question the ethics behind the art. Saudi Arabia, in many ways, is like this artist. The nation's economic achievements, especially its dominance in the oil sector, have placed it on the global stage. But its human rights record has often been under scrutiny. Incidents like the assassination of journalist Jamal Khashoggi and public executions have raised eyebrows and questions about the nation's commitment to human rights. Additionally, Saudi Arabia's involvement in the Yemen war has added to the concerns, painting a picture that's not just about economic prowess but also about values and ethics. Reputation, in the world of nations, is crucial. It affects diplomatic relations, trade partnerships, and even cultural exchanges. Just as the artist's reputation influences art sales and collaborations, a country's human rights record can impact its global standing. Addressing human rights concerns is not just a moral imperative, it's also a strategic one. For Saudi Arabia, as it seeks to diversify its economy and enhance its global image, addressing these concerns becomes paramount. It's about ensuring that the nation's story is not just about wealth and growth but also about justice, fairness, and respect for all. Football as a solution. In the vast world of sports, football stands out as a universal language. From the bustling streets of Rio de Janeiro to the serene parks of Tokyo, the love for football transcends borders, cultures, and backgrounds. But for Saudi Arabia, football is not just a sport, it's a beacon of hope, a potential lifeline in its quest for economic diversification. Imagine a town facing a water shortage. The river that once flowed freely, quenching the town's thirst, is now depleting. The townspeople are anxious, searching for alternatives. Then, a wise elder suggests collecting rainwater. At first, the idea seems unconventional. But as the town invests in rainwater harvesting systems, they realize it's a sustainable solution, complementing the river's supply and ensuring the town never goes thirsty. Football, for Saudi Arabia, is like that rainwater. While oil has been the primary river fueling its economy, the nation recognizes the need for alternative sources. And football, with its global appeal and massive revenue potential, presents a promising avenue. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030 is not just a plan, it's a dream for a diversified Saudi economy. Football plays a pivotal role in this vision. By acquiring valuable European football players and investing billions in sports deals, Saudi Arabia is signaling its intent to the world. It's not just about sports washing or improving the nation's image, it's about creating a ripple effect. Hosting football tournaments can boost tourism, promote local businesses, and create jobs. It's a multiplier effect, where one investment can lead to multiple economic benefits. But football is more than just economics. It's about passion, unity, and hope. As Saudi Arabia embraces football, it's not just diversifying its economy, it's also uniting its people under a shared love for the game. It's a journey of transformation, where the nation is looking beyond oil, dreaming big, and kicking its way towards a brighter future. Challenges. Every journey, no matter how promising, is riddled with challenges. Just as a sailor navigating the vast oceans faces unpredictable storms and treacherous waters, Saudi Arabia's foray into the world of football and its broader economic diversification efforts come with their own set of hurdles. Imagine a farmer who, after years of cultivating wheat, decides to try his hand at growing grapes. The soil is fertile, and the climate seems right. But as he begins this new venture, he realizes that grapevines are susceptible to different pests, require unique care, and even the market dynamics for selling grapes are distinct from wheat. His experience with wheat farming, while valuable, doesn't directly translate to success with grapes. Similarly, Saudi Arabia, while a powerhouse in the oil sector, is stepping into relatively uncharted territory with its massive investments in football. The world of sports, especially football, is complex. It's not just about buying top players or hosting grand tournaments. It's about building a sustainable sports ecosystem, nurturing local talent, understanding fan dynamics, and navigating the intricate web of international sports politics. Moreover, while football can indeed boost tourism and improve the nation's global image, it's essential to remember that sports washing allegations can be a double-edged sword. Using sports to divert attention from other pressing issues might work in the short term, but in the age of information, transparency and genuine efforts are paramount. Lastly, the very act of diversifying an economy is a monumental task. It's not just about investing in new sectors but ensuring that these sectors are integrated, sustainable, and beneficial for the nation's populace. Saudi Arabia's journey is ambitious, and the challenges are real. But as history has shown, challenges often pave the way for innovation, resilience, and growth. The power of diversification. In the realm of investments, there's a golden rule: don't put all your eggs in one basket. This principle emphasizes the importance of diversification, spreading resources across various avenues to minimize risks and maximize opportunities. For nations, this concept is equally crucial, especially when their economic health hinges on a singular resource. Imagine a gardener with a vast orchard. For years, he has cultivated only apples, and his orchard is renowned for producing the juiciest apples in the region. But one year, a pest targets apple trees, severely affecting his yield. Had the gardener also grown oranges, cherries, or pears, he would have had a safety net, ensuring a steady income despite the apple crisis. Saudi Arabia's economic landscape has, for the longest time, been synonymous with oil. This black gold has fueled the nation's growth, infrastructure, and global prominence. But as the world evolves, with shifting energy paradigms and environmental concerns, relying solely on oil is akin to our gardener banking only on apples. Diversification is not just a strategy, it's a necessity. By branching out into various sectors, be it sports, tourism, entertainment, or technology, Saudi Arabia can cushion itself against global oil market volatilities. Each new sector becomes a pillar, supporting the nation's economy, ensuring stability, and opening doors to fresh opportunities. Moreover, diversification fosters innovation. As the nation invests in new industries, it paves the way for research, development, and the birth of novel ideas. It's a ripple effect, where one initiative can lead to a cascade of advancements, enriching the nation's socio-economic fabric. In essence, diversification is about future-proofing. It's about ensuring that Saudi Arabia remains resilient, prosperous, and adaptive, no matter what the global landscape looks like. The multiplier effect in economics. In the intricate dance of economics, certain moves can create ripples, amplifying the impact far beyond the initial action. One such phenomenon is the multiplier effect, a concept that explains how a single economic activity can set off a chain reaction, leading to increased economic benefits. Picture a small town with a quaint bakery. One day, the baker decides to expand and renovates his shop, hiring local craftsmen for the job. These craftsmen earn money, which they spend on various goods and services in the town. The businesses benefiting from this spending, in turn, use their increased earnings to make further investments or purchases. This cycle continues, with each round of spending generating more economic activity than the last. Saudi Arabia's investments in football can be seen through this lens. When the country spends billions on acquiring players, building stadiums, or hosting tournaments, it's not just the direct recipients of this money that benefit. The influx of funds trickles down to various sectors. Hotels see more bookings, local businesses experience a surge in customers, and job opportunities arise in diverse fields, from event management to security. Each dollar spent has the potential to generate multiple dollars in economic activity. But the multiplier effect isn't just about money. It's about momentum. As one sector thrives, it creates positive feedback loops, encouraging further investments, innovations, and growth. It's a virtuous cycle, where success breeds success. For Saudi Arabia, understanding and harnessing the multiplier effect is crucial. It's not just about the immediate benefits of their investments but about creating a sustainable, thriving, and interconnected economy that can weather challenges and seize opportunities. Strategic implementation and long-term vision. In the grand theater of nation building, strategies and visions are the scripts that guide countries towards their desired futures. But a script, no matter how beautifully written, is only as good as its execution. For Saudi Arabia, the journey towards economic diversification, with football as a significant player, requires not just planning but strategic implementation and a commitment to a long-term vision. Imagine an architect with a vision to build a magnificent skyscraper. The blueprint is detailed, capturing every nuance of the design. But the real challenge begins when construction starts. The foundation needs to be strong, the materials of the highest quality, and every worker, from the mason to the engineer, needs to be in sync, working towards the shared goal. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 is that blueprint. It's a roadmap that outlines the nation's aspirations, from economic diversification to societal reforms. But the success of this vision hinges on strategic implementation. Every investment, be it in football or technology, needs to be thoughtfully executed, ensuring that it aligns with the broader goals and contributes to the nation's progress. Moreover, while short-term gains are essential, it's the long-term vision that truly matters. Economic diversification is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires patience, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to the end goal. There will be challenges, as with any significant endeavor, but with a clear vision and strategic implementation, these challenges can be transformed into stepping stones towards success. In conclusion, Saudi Arabia stands at a pivotal moment in its history. The choices made today, the strategies implemented, and the visions pursued will shape the nation's future. With thoughtful planning, strategic execution, and a commitment to a brighter future, the country can not only achieve its economic goals but also create a legacy that future generations can be proud of.